So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And this ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, he's going to be a hard team to beat.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. And some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. A tight end in motion now. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Here's Hubbard. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go play action with Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he will go all the way. Xavier Leggett, touchdown Carolina. That his first touchdown of the new year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, the rookie from Florida. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Vegas.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now a handoff, running right. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll send their tight end left. Off the play fake. Here's Young. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
That one good for 29.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, 7-3 is our score. And we're back in Vegas. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Quickly to the outside and complete. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Point after, coming up here. He's got it. Panthers extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
In motion is Myers. Throwing now on first and 10. In trouble, and down he goes.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Now a give on the ground. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up third and 8.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
A 46-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. Here's first and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Young to throw on first and 10. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Here's second and 2. From the gun, it's Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing is Young. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds. And he stopped the clock as well. Back to throw. Young. That one complete to Leggett. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
First down, Panthers.
Young to throw on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
First down, Panthers.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to the air, it's Young. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The Panthers will take their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Here's Young to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
17, Raiders 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Into space at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28. From the gun, it's Jones. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Throwing, Jones. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Raiders. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. Now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Panthers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So we are at half. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Working from the gun. That is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. On second down, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First and 10.
First down, Carolina.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Another run here with Hubbard. He'll work forward for a couple. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down. Here's 3rd and 2. On play action, Young. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Jones on the bootleg. That one complete to Johnston. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Jones. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. He's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Back to throw is Jones. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Jones.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Quick throw here is complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Tight end motioning left. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Young. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line. Out of the shotgun, Young. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Sending a receiver right. Young to throw on 1st and 10. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On 1st down is Young. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Carolina. The extra point is good. And the Panthers have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll turn and hand this one off. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
From the gun, it's Jones. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Jones. He gets Gets this one complete to Johnston. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raider first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Here's a run going left. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Raiders have their punt team out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll motion a tight end right. A 2nd down throw for Young. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A run with Hubbard. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A run on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Raiders are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Panthers.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2 and E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down 2 and E.